The smile has left your eyes, where his swollen feet finally stops. Oedipus is an ancient Greek word meaning swollen foot. Born as a prince of Thebes, he receives an oracle that reveals he is destined to kill his father and marry his mother. Fearing the realization of the oracle, his father, King Laius, puts an iron skewer around the ankle of the newborn baby and throws him out of the palace like an animal. And the baby gets the name Oedipus because of the swollen ankle from the wound. Tragic fate of Oedipus, who ran away from the fate with all his might, but was eventually summoned before fate and fell to hell, has been revived by numerous writers since the birth of the ancient Greek tragedy, and becomes a symbol of we, all humans, who are thrown on the road of life without knowing the destination. The drama The Smile Has Left Your Eyes is the story of another Oedipus revived today, Muyong, and where his swollen feet eventually stopped. Muyong's journey in the drama resembles that of Oedipus in many ways. Like Oedipus, who was cast down like a beast by his terrified father, Muyong loses his family due to his father's mad anger and becomes a lost child. Like a Theban royal shepherd who saved the baby Oedipus out of pity even after being ordered to kill him, Kyungmo, a psychiatrist, let young Muyong go out of the hospital because he pitied the child who will grow up tormented amid terrible memories and social stigma. Like Oedipus, who wanders away from a terrible oracle without knowing the secret of his birth and eventually returns to his hometown, Muyong wanders around without knowing his past and eventually returns to Jinguk, who holds the key to all secrets. Like Oedipus, who was the only human being who solved the riddle of the Sphinx, Muyong also possesses the extraordinary ability to see through the human mind with his unique brain and insight. However, unlike Oedipus, who cared for and loved the citizens of Thebes who welcomed him as king, Muyong does not believe in people or love. To Muyong, who sees the world through his transparent eyes, the love and sympathy that people have shown to him were always translated into their real intention, which is mostly self-centered. No one in the world has shown true love or humanity to an orphan with an ugly burned scar and eerie eyes that can see through the bottom of oneself. Muyong, who has become a person without a heart like that, meets Jingang, a person who speaks the truth that is rarely translated. He wonders about Jingang, who still believes in love and person even though she has similar wounds to his. Jingang is also drawn to Muyong, who doesn't bother to hide it even though he has the same scars with hers. Starting with the request to become a good person and the answer to teach me how, the two deeply fall in love with each other. It is not a coincidence that the title of the drama OST, which Muyong and Jingang sang together, is Star. Muyong and Jingang, who have always lived with the emptiness because they do not know their origins, arrive at each other as fate leads and become guide stars to each other in the dark, just like the people of the days when they believed in fate found their way to go guided by the stars. At the place where Muyong went to find his past, Jingang also confessed her secretive past, saying she also could find herself there. And they rejoice at the fact that the scars on each other's shoulders are connected like a painting, which makes the two more convinced that they are each other's destination. Muyong's swollen feet finally stopped their arduous walk for a moment at Jingang. However, the rest of Muyong, which was finally obtained, does not last long. As soon as he dreamed of a star that humans could not reach, fate drives Muyong and Jingang to a prepared catastrophe. The true villain of this drama is not Seran, but fate that summoned them all to one place. That's why Muyong says that something, not Seran, is playing with him so much that he is unbearably angry. He, who's believed that he could control others like a god, finally realized that he was just a chess piece on the board who was completely ruled by God of Fate. Just as Oedipus, who had believed that he could escape his fate by his own power, realized the same in the end and pierced his eyes, Muyong finally admits his arrogance and calmly prepares for the end. Following social norms and the conventions of melodrama, which is supposed not to exceed the expectations of the audience, this drama does not break the absolute taboo of incest, and Muyong is not left completely alone. Muyong's sincerity is eventually passed on to Jingang, and the two close their eyes at the last moment, confirming that they are together for good. Even if this obvious ending is a fantasy, and even if it is a limitation that prevents this work from becoming a classic, I always prefer the comfort given by a safe choice in a melodrama to the truth given by grievous tragedy. I like it that the last words of Muyong, who believed there was no love, were "I love you." It is such a relief that Muyong, who said, "One afternoon I missed something and left, and then walked, bumped and bumped, but finally arrived at Jingang," can be with her on his journey to becoming a star. Throughout their journey, 100 million stars shining in the sky will be with them. Muyong's swollen feet will finally be able to rest.